Hello and good day to all. Welcome to lesson 401. As I said in my introduction to this 400 series of video lessons, there are 10 thoughts or scales in Hindustani music. Some of these thoughts or scales are called modes in Western music, and we will identify them as we go along. I want to make it clear that we are doing thoughts in level 400, not ragas or rag as we say. The thoughts can be practiced by harmonium students but should not be sung by vocal students. Let me repeat that. They should not be sung by vocal students. Vocal students should look at the 400 series video lessons as an introduction to the thoughts. You are not going to sing a thaat, you will sing a rag, and the rag is derived from a thaat. In most cases, the major rag, which is derived from the thaat, will carry the same name, but the order in which the notes are sung may be different from the thaat, and in some cases the aroha and avaroha, that is going up the scale and down the scale, may be different. Sometimes notes are skipped and so on. So these lessons on thoughts really are for the harmonium players, and they should be practicing them. And I'll give you a hint here. If you know the major scales very well, if you have done all of your series 100 lessons and you have practiced a lot, then these thoughts would be very easy to do, at least the first 6 thoughts. Afterwards we will talk about the other 4. Fortunately, today's lesson introduces Thaat Bilawal, which, surprise surprise, vocal students have already been practicing, because our 300 series lessons are based on Thaat Bilawal. Harmonium students, if you viewed and did the practice given in the 100 series lessons in all 12 scales, you already did Thaat Bilawal. Why? Because Thaat Bilawal is the same as the Western major scale, and the whole of the 100 series from 101 through 106 deals with the major scale. It is also called the Ionian mode. Now remember, I said in my introduction to major scales in the video 100 that you need to learn it very well, because this is the foundation upon which all the other lessons are built. If you did not view or practice the lessons in the 100 series videos, now is the time to go back and do so, because they need to be mastered in order to continue. So I have placed a graphic on the computer here. It shows the major scale or Ionian mode, which is also called Thaat Bilawal in the Indian system, and it shows the notes sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. They are all in Thaat Bilawal, they are all pure notes, and I also placed there the interval formula 1, 1, a half, 1, 1, 1, a half, which you would recognize is the same as I said in lesson 101 for any major scale. You would also notice that sa, pa, sa, they are shown in red. In none of the Indian scales or thoughts would you find them changing. They remain constant, never sharpened or flattened, or in the Hindustani system we say komal, meaning flattened, or tivra, meaning sharpened. So in this case, in this particular scale, or Thaat Bilawal. They are all pure notes. So let's take a look at that on the harmonium now. So as I just showed, the Thaat Bilawal is the same as the major scale that we have done in our 100 series of videos. So, you know, we said C scale, and we have the interval. If we begin on C, the interval is 1, 1, a half, 1, 1, 1, a half. If we began on E, it would be 1, 1, a half, 1, 1, 1, a half. It doesn't matter what note we begin on. If we are playing Rag Bilawal or the major scale, they being the same, then that formula remains the same. The interval formula remains the same. And I want students to remember this, because when we move on to the other Thaats, you would need to remember that as well. You would need to remember the interval formula for each Thaat. And there's a simple method I'll show you for remembering all of those. And I have my method set up for actually introducing the Thaats to you, which you would find fairly easy. So really, today's lesson on Rag Bilawal, you have already done all of the major scales, which were done in the 100 series video lessons. So you have already done Rag Bilawal. The vocal students, you have been doing the 300 series lessons, and in those we have used also the major scale or Rag Bilawal. Although we did not call it that, that's what you have actually been doing. So I want you to go back, practice a little bit more, because we will be actually using this now to build upon in order to introduce the other Thaats. So thank you for viewing lesson 401, and I'll see you in lesson 402.